Hey, Marie, I
Hey,
think we're finally here.
we are back, guys. All right, everyone has been waiting for the second video, so let's dive right into it. So our biggest question today is Google trying to kill independent sites like HouseFresh, or did HouseFresh fuck over their own site with common SEO practices? That's what we're going to talk about today and show the data behind it. This is the second video in the series. If you missed the first one, check out the response to HouseFresh. That is the beginning of this series.
Okay, so that's like buckle up, right? So we're going to go back and look at what actually happened using the article as a guide, but not as a final say so. It's like trust but verify.
Yeah, let's see what they did or
All
what
right.
Google did.
Right. So I thought it was important to just clarify that we're following the keyword.
This is the keyword that they focused on within the actual HouseFresh article. And so that's the keyword we thought would be really fun to dig a little bit more into to see if Google was really killing off their site.
Right. I believe the way they referenced it is the keyword they gave up.
Oh,
They just gave up on.
the keyword
So
they gave up on.
we're going to follow the keyword. And this
So
is first month out of the
January.
gate.
Okay, so they ranked in
Right.
8th position. That's not bad. They landed on the first page. I mean, on the first page of Google.
Right. So what happened afterwards?
All right, let's follow it.
Okay, that's one or
9th,
two spots.
not
I'm not going
bad.
to cry,
That's, yeah,
you
8th,
know, in and out.
looking good. It's looking strong.
Uh,
Oh, what happened in
oh,
April of 2022? Oh, no.
yeah.
So they
Okay,
went
so
from
this would
first
have been
page to 29th.
right, which is what, page 3?
Yeah, they went from first page to page 3 in a few
Yeah.
months.
See, that to me, that would have been like an earthquake.
Yeah,
This, to
that would have been a
me, this
warning.
is where, right, something happened. So let's see what they did with this term. Oops. There we go. Okay, well,
19th, they're
that's up 10.
recovering. Yeah, they're
Okay.
covering a little bit.
All right.
16th, we're still positive. Climb. Oh, what is it? What does that mean when it goes blank?
That means there was nothing from their website ranking for that term
In the top 100?
in the top 100.
They went from
I would
16th position to out of the top 100. Huge warning sign.
right. And they stayed out apparently.
Now, let me ask you a question. Is this because all the big brands took the top 100 spots?
I would say probably not. I would have to go back and look at the actual results, but I'm going to say no.
No. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, we made an
So,
appearance.
yes.
We're back at
Although
31.
it's page 5. Yuck.
Page 5. It's, oh, now we're on page.
Okay. Middle.
Oh, we went to
Oh,
44th, but oh, but what's that? Why did the color change to yellow?
that changed to yellow because that's a different page.
Oh, so now they're
So,
44th for the same term, but a different page. Okay.
right. So we've got,
Maybe they're
let's see.
giving, maybe they're giving the other page a go since the first one didn't work out so well.
Right. So let's see. So that was,
Oh,
oh, wait a minute. They're back.
so
All
the other
right. So we
URL
have,
is back and now we're at 71st. Okay.
right.
Not looking good.
Now we're in 2023. So we start out the year instead of in the number 8 position, now number 23.
23rd. Okay.
Okay. You're
17th.
getting a little, they're getting better. Oh, look,
Oh, we're at
they're
10th.
racing.
We're
Oh
at
my God.
7th. We're at
This
7th.
is even higher. This page is
Then
ranking
they
even higher than the original one.
started. Yeah.
Yeah.
Something's
So,
working for them. Does it continue to work? Now we're in 10th.
yes.
We're in 7th. That's not bad.
Okay.
I imagine at this point, they're doing a whole lot of something to push from 10th into 1st.
I would think so.
13th, something wobbled a little.
Oh,
17th, we're going in the wrong direction.
I see a similar pattern,
22nd.
don't you?
Yeah, the pattern's looking identical to the pattern we just saw. Now we're in 81st position. This is like
Yeah,
a
but look at the
nightmare.
URL.
And the
This is
URL has changed again.
right. They're back to the original one and even further back.
Yes. So now we're in 81st position. So the pattern has remained the same from year to year when they're shifting up and shifting down. Now we're in 66th position. I imagine this
So,
is about the time they gave up hope. 64th
yeah,
position. This is about the time
right.
it set in. We're never going to get this keyword.
Yeah, this had to be, if you're doing
But
something to make things better, I'm sure it would be very confusing to see it
yeah,
get worse and worse.
but the article said the big sites were beating them out. So do you think there was 55 big brands in all those spots pushing them
No,
down?
but I certainly think that we're gonna find out.
We will definitely find out.
So, and this is where we are right now, today.
Yep. And we had another color change and now we're in 63rd position. This is March of
This is March.
2024.
And that is a new page.
Okay,
How
so I
about
get
that?
an idea of what they're doing to boost their rankings. And I also understand when you and I were analyzing this, these are common things that we do in SEO
Mhm.
all the time, but it's getting them into trouble. And that is what we're going to dig into in the future. What did they do exactly? And why did it get them into trouble? Okay. All right, guys. So what you saw with Carolyn's slides is that they had problems before HCU ever took place. However, that's what I'm seeing when I work on client sites. They had warning signs or trouble before HCU, helpful content update, but it's the helpful content update that then fully wiped them out. And that's when they start paying attention. So if you're watching this right now and you have a site that was wiped out with HCU, go back, use your third-party tools. I don't care what tool you're using, pull it up, pick a page, one of your pages, and then go back and track it and look at it to see if you had warning signs before HCU wiped out most, if not all of your pages. That is something, a pattern that I'm seeing across sites. There are warning signs, but nobody is measuring or paying attention to them.
One thing I'd like to add to that is that I think while I'm a big fan of Search Console data,
Mhm.
right? It can be very, very useful,
Yes.
but it can also be very, very misleading. And when you over rely on that, you might miss a lot of the earlier signs. And one of the things that we know about Google is that there is baked in volatility of
Mhm.
1 to 2 positions, right? So if you go
Yes.
up 1, down 1, up 2, down 2, that's not an update.
Right.
I just want to make sure people realize is that, we don't, these rankings are not made into concrete,
Right.
but if you do look at them from time to time, you can get a good sense of what's your normal volatility,
Yes.
and that's normal.
Yes. So
But then when do you really lose ground?
yeah. So you would see a slight fluctuation, what would be normal, up a spot, down a spot, maybe even a couple of spots. But what you won't see or don't want to see is what we just showed you on the slides. We were going from first page to third page, out of the top 100, back to third page, and then sixth page. That is a huge amount of volatility, and that's what's not normal.
I will say, I know everybody has to use the tools that they have available.
Yes. Yep.
And I just want to say what I used for this, I do like SEMrush because they have historical data that goes back to 2012, which
Yes.
is also why it costs so much because they're managing that data And that data is not getting it to be a smaller and smaller set every year. It's growing. So
Right. And I think
that's why I use it.
another important piece of this is we pulled out one keyword and followed that. Most of the time when people have trouble on their sites, they're following or looking at their site as a whole instead of pinpointing certain URLs or certain keywords and then going back through time to see what that pattern is about. Everyone that I've spoken with takes their entire site and just kind of follows that graph a little bit. And the most that you see was during HCU. But if you go and take some of those keywords and you single them out, you're going to start seeing some of the warning signs that we just showed you.
So Marie, what do you think is playing a part into this? Because I know one of the things I first learned when I got into SEO was the idea of using the content that's already on your site to positively impact the ranking of other pages on your site. What do you think people are doing?